Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today, we're going to be doing a quick seven takeaways from the game against against Arsenal at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Arsenal in the Premier League. We're just going to run through a quick seven takeaways so we can talk about what we learned from the game, and then we can build from there. So, but if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United, and we can continue to grow the channel together. So, here are the seven key takeaways from the game against Arsenal at Old Trafford. A very grueling, tight, long 1-1 win. Based on match reports and highlights, and just basically off of the eye test and all of that, first and foremost, number one is Bruno Fernandes' magic moment. Fantastic free kick, captain fantastic. I mean, as far as we know, Bruno Fernandes always performed every day, every game for Manchester United. And one of the highlights was the free kick. Fernandes' stunning free kick goal was a moment of pure quality, showcasing his technical ability and composure under pressure. I mean, his curling effort over the wall and past David Raya was a reminder of his world class talent. Basically, other things that Bruno showed in the game is leadership and influence, basically, on the team. Because I saw, I think at the end of the first half, or something, or the break where Manchester United were on an attack, and then lo and behold, the referee stopped the game, and then Bruno Fernandes and Zexi were gonna get angry, but he was, you know, I mean, Alejandro Garnacho and Joshua Zexi were going to get angry, but Bruno Fernandes had to tell them, you know what, you have to just keep your cool. Let's, you know, let's have our heads in the game so we don't have to lose our cool. So basically, beyond the goal, Fernandes was instrumental in United's attacking play, linking up well with Alejandro Garnacho and Joshua Zexi. I mean, his leadership on the pitch was evident, and he consistently and constantly urged his teammates forward and set the tone for United's counterattacks. He was very good with his transition play and all of that. So, yeah, Bruno Fernandes, key. Number two, Garnacho's electric performance, future superstar in the making. But he has had an up and down season. His pace and threat was a constant menace on the right flank, using his blistering pace and dribbling skills to trouble Arsenal's defense. I mean, Calfury had it hot with him. His ability to break uniquely and quickly and create chances was one of United's most potent weapon. I wish we had Ahmad there; it would have been worse. Ahmad on this side, Garnacho on the other side. Yeah. So while Garnacho was lively and dangerous, there's still room for growth. I mean, his decision making in final third still needs refinement, and he missed a couple of opportunities to score or assist, but his potential as a future star is undeniable, basically. Number three, takeaway defensive resilience. How did Man United backline hold up against Arsenal's attack? I mean, we held up pretty well and scored until Arsenal scored back. Solid first half. United's defense were well organized in the first half, even though we played on a low block that Ruben Amorim recently said he doesn't like, limiting Arsenal's half chances and long range efforts. Diogo Dalot in particular stood out with his strong defensive work and timely interventions, especially in some of the attack that was coming from Ethan Waneri's position on Arsenal's right side, Man United's left side. And obviously, the same goes for Nusa Mazarawi, who stood out. And then, you know, Victor Lindelof as well, unexpectedly stood out. And then we have Matthias de Ligt, same. So Arsenal grew into the game basically with the second half pressure as they came right off the bat after we scored late in the first half. And Declan Rice's equaliser exposed the vulnerabilities in United's defense structure. However, the backline generally held firm against a potent Arsenal attack, with Andre Onana making crucial saves to keep the score level. Number four, Ayden Heaven. I mean, he made his debut and he impressed against Arsenal, his former club. I wish Chido Obi also came. Ayden Heaven impressed. The recent signing from Arsenal made his second appearance for Man United, coming on at halftime for Len Euro, who looked composed. He looked composed and confident, showing no signs of nerves against his former club. There's also still room to grow for Ayden. He's basically still young. While Heaven didn't put a foot wrong, it's too early to judge his long-term impact. But there is a player in there, and he's so calm. His debut was a positive step, and he will likely gain more opportunities to prove himself as the season progresses. Then number five is one important one that always happens to us every game, and that is missed opportunities. Finishing up our chances. It's been a while we scored more than 4 goals in a game or more than 3 goals in a game. So we should have finished our chances. What could have been better? What could have been with better finishing, right? Wasteful in front of goal. United created several good chances but failed to capitalize. Garnacho, Xerxes, Fernandez. Yeah, Garnacho, Xerxes, Bruno Fernandes, even like Rasmus Højlund as well. Nusa Mazarawi one on one and all of that. Even the one Dalo could have created more opportunities and all, even though he created for Nusa Mazarawi. We had opportunities to score, but were poor finishing and some excellent saves from David Raya kept United from securing all 3 points. I mean, there were costly moments when Joshua Zirkzee audaciously did a no-look flick and Bruno Fernandes' left effort clawed off the line where actually the highlights. These were moments that could have changed the game, and United's inability to convert chances remains a recurring issue, like I said at the beginning of this takeaway. And number six, basically, Ruben Amorim's tactics. What did he do right against Arteta? I mean, first of all, effective counter-attacking plan. He said that that the players were following the rules or and the things that were set in for like the plan and all of that. He said they were following the plan in the post-match press conference. Ruben Amorim set up United to exploit Arsenal's high defense line with quick transitions and pacey attacks. I mean, the approach worked well in the first half with Garnacho and Fernandes, causing problems on the break. And I wish we had someone like, even though Casemiro also had a very good game, I wish we had someone like Manuel Gatti as well, who could also kind of show up the defense. Now that Casemiro is picking up form, I mean, I wouldn't mind Casemiro, Garnacho, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Ugarte in the same game. But it is what it is. We still have to be Collier coming up as well. So it seems like we're getting that midfield thing right, but we still need to sign a few more players. Second half adjustments. Ruben Amorim's decision to bring on at Heaven at halftime was sensible, but obviously Lenioro had something in his foot. But United struggled to maintain the intensity in second half, even though it was all Arsenal for the most part. But the equaliser from Rice highlighted the need for greater defensive discipline and tactical flexibility. I know all of us wanted to defend, so we all pressured the person with the ball and then deflected it to Rice, who just swiped it to the left side of Andrew Nana's right hand, which is like left side of the goal to Andrew Nana's right. So he couldn't save it. So here's what it is. We move. And then what the result means for the rest of the season, basically. Mixed feelings. I mean, the draw against Arsenal is a decent result, but it also feels like a missed opportunity. United showed that we can compete with one of the league's best teams, but the inability to hold onto the lead and convert chances is concern. But also, we could also think about it this way that we always show up against big teams. So it's something to worry about and it's something that we can actually improve from. And then for top four finish, with the season entering the final stages, every point matters in the race to top four finish, which is kind of far gone for Man United, but it is nothing is impossible. I mean, if we go on a run now, start winning games, we should get closer to the top four. I mean, the results keep United in the hunt, but basically we will need the league Champions League qualification. We need to be more clinical in upcoming games to secure Champions qualification if we're going to even qualify for Champions League. And I'm hearing that also we're going to focus more on securing Champions League through Europa League, but it is what it is. And then for building momentum, basically, the performance against Arsenal should give United confidence moving forward. I mean, if we can build on the positive and address the shortcomings, then we can have a uh, potential to finishing the season strongly, basically. And Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Arsenal was a game of mixed emotions. Bruno Fernandes' moment of magic, Garnacho's electrifying performance, where basically highlights Joseph Zexi almost scored, but missed chances against Arsenal with defensive lapses also cost United, right? So But Amorim and his team must address this finishing and defensive discipline. I mean, to achieve the goals set for this season. Overall, the performance should promise, but there is still more work to be done. And then we'll end this to say, well done to Ayden Heaven for showing up and playing 45 minutes against Arsenal. Put up a great performance. Well done to Nusa Mazraoui, who was fasting, but also still turned up. Well done to Bruno Fernandes for showing up as a leader. Well done to Toby Collier for taking responsibility as well. And well done to Arsenal for taking 2 points off us, basically. Thanks to David Raya. But it is what it is. We have to keep moving and we move on to the next one as we prepare for versus that game. And it's all popping up with all the news going on with Jim Ratcliffe and the interview with Gary Neville and all the news coming out from the club. But everything still boils down to Bruno, who has turned up for Manchester United season in, season out, you know. But yeah, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.